magic of love? Do you believe in the magic of love? Do you believe in the magic of love? I do too. Let's do it good. You like it?
I love that.
Man, I just made that song up. Guys, I'm so fucking talented, bro. Yeah. Well, no. Don't. You're being, what do you call that? Sarcastic.
I believe in your talent.
You do?
Yeah.
Clap again then. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love claps. It makes my heart go flitter, flitter, flatter.
Flitter flatter.
Yeah. Welcome to TigerBelly. I'm Captain Bob. We got Khalyla, Gilbert,
Hello. Hi.
and the whitest dude on earth, George.
Pinkest dude.
You know why?
Pinkest.
The other night he was on the phone. No, I'm going to say it. And he was getting off of a phone call. And he goes, all right, buddy, rock and roll. That's what he said. Rock and roll.
But to you, he said rock and roll.
No, to a friend. He was on the phone. Some other white dude. That's how they talk to each other.
Oh, I thought it was
because he was out. Like, yeah, I was kind of listening in from around the corner. See you later, buddy. Rock and roll. I'm like, rock and roll.
What do you think white people mean when they say listen? Rock and roll?
I don't know what that means.
Rock and roll.
But it does. They're up to no good.
Yeah, if you're rocking and rolling.
When you're rocking and rolling, you're up to no good. But so that's one of your white things that you do.
One of the white things.
Yeah.
He says, "What the frick?"
What the frick too?
Yeah.
Why? Because of Battlestar Galactica?
Probably more Trailer Park Boys, which is a very white show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
and they say,
Park
what the
Boys.
frick?
Well, they use a lot of replacement words for bad words.
I only know Mormons to say "what the frick."
Yeah.
He also says genuine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Genuine,
Genuine
is
is
actually.
an English word. It's fine.
Yeah, I say genuine though. No.
Oh, yeah, potato,
Yeah.
potato.
Potato,
Tomato,
dude.
tomato.
No. Tomato.
Tomago.
Fungus,
Fungus, man.
Fungi. So I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but this morning I had an audition for a TV show, and it's I think that the worst human experience is auditioning.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate it. I'm not good at it. It's torturous, and there's little things that other people do in there to sabotage you.
Like what?
Other people auditioning?
Yeah, like if a celebrity walks in, right, he'll sign his name and then just kind of stare at everyone in the room to let them know that they're there. It's like, fuck you, dude. I'm not afraid. Right.
Same shit in the lower level stuff.
Right,
Except
same
people
thing.
with our levels, like I go in there, someone signs up, they read everyone's agent. So if you're the bigger one like CAA or like WME,
Yeah.
they start asking the room like, oh, bro, you're with WME too? Oh, who's your agent? And all the smaller, like reps, we're all kind of like,
Oh,
These
whoever
That's
does
gross.
that,
That's
fucking
disgusting.
no.
whoever does that needs to die.
Yeah, that's
And I'll skim him alive.
disgusting.
And I stick his body
These
in
people
a
have zero
pond
credits.
of piranha. Okay?
Hey, what's
I'm not done yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Babe, I'm not
Experience.
fucking done yet.
Audition
Sorry,
experience.
Okay. Or it's like today, I'm sitting in the lobby and some white guy goes, hey man, I follow you on Instagram. And I said, thank you. But I go, that's it. You don't talk to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's what? Yeah, I don't want to be here. I had to focus.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of, he probably unfollowed me today.
That's fine because I feel like
I'm not done.
okay.
Babe.
It's a long
I
list.
feel like you're going to switch to the topic.
No, I'm not.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just when I remember being in school or before an exam and everyone would pile up outside of the classroom or in the hallway. It's just you couldn't drown out people trying to memorize last minute stuff and it would fuck up your own head.
Yeah.
I would never ever sit in that hallway. I would always be outside in my own space, trying to absorb last minute information, but never when other people were there's noise.
Yeah.
It fucks with your head and your line of thought,
Yeah. When you said about the signing in,
Yeah.
you can't read what I say.
So
It's illegible. Is that the?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Ille-
legible.
I do 3 lines as my name, right? And then my agency, I put like a question mark, and then I don't do the time thing. You put when you came in.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that.
You've probably booked so many things that they don't know who to contact.
It's fine. It's
That
fine.
Korean guy was hilarious. He should be in the Matrix.
Really,
Oh.
they're the one that called me, and they don't know how they called me.
Actually, that's true. Why the fuck are they
Right?
making you
Yeah,
sign
I'm
up?
not signing shit. Okay, and then this is the worst. Mr. Lee or Bob, are you ready? And that walk to the coldest room on planet Earth, and as soon as you open your mouth, you know that you're gonna do well or not. And it's the worst. Today, thankfully, it was okay,
Nice.
but I hate it. I fucking hate it. And I don't sleep. Like Khalyla has to take. I just stay up. I can't.
So I have
sleep.
to run lines with him till about 7 in the morning.
Oh, you do like
And I
last,
mean, like,
last
he
minute?
is
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Last minute?
the meanest person in the world too. Again. Like
Wait,
he yells at me.
what are you, a slave owner?
Again. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I look, this is not my audition. If I stumble on a line, get it right.
And you know why?
Again!
Do you know why? She has the words in front of her,
Oh, that's true.
right? It's like, how the fuck can you not read it? I'm memorizing
I'm
it.
sleepy. I'm half
I don't
awake.
give a fuck.
7 a.m. running
And then
lines.
and
Oh,
then
yeah.
he wakes up, and then this is the worst part about it. He has to be up at 10:30, but not just him. The whole house has to be up for him to
Wake
take
up!
care of him. Wake up. And then he throws the script at me, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in bed still half awake. Now I have to run lines with him again.
Did I do that this morning though? I
You didn't because you wanted to sleep a little bit extra because I woke you up
Yeah.
at 10:30 and I said,
Yeah.
Bobby, get up. And you said, no, I can't
Yeah.
because you were tired
Yeah.
and you needed extra 30 minutes. So I woke you up in 30 minutes and you just went in.
But people aren't cold to you in the room, right? Because they know who you are.
No, that's the worst.
friendly,
I
right?
hate it when you can tell that they're fans or whatever. They know me from other stuff, and as soon as I start doing it, you can tell that they're disappointed.
Oh, no.
No, you can see it in their faces. They don't know how to hide it. You know, they kind of look at you with a smile, but then their eyes are like, hurry, get this over with. You know, and it's like, but this morning there was like a 2-page kind of a monologue, right? That I nailed.
Yeah.
You nailed.
Yeah. So,
But
I'm
it's
fine.
got to be a good feeling when you walk out the door, especially when you've nailed it.
It does feel it's
That's
not
the good
it's not
one,
the feeling that you're gonna get it. It's a feeling that it's like when you're a soldier and you served in Vietnam, like in the early 70s when they were flying home and they were alive.
Relief.
That's what it feels like.
It's a
Relief.
huge relief, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, and I feel like it is like Vietnam
Yeah.
in there.
You auditioned too, don't you? For Battle Long Beach? Actually, can we talk about the audition process for that? How did you...
It was an offer. It was awful only.
Oh, you get only offers
only.
though?
Straight offer, guys.
We're
Yeah.
looking for someone with an accent and
Yeah.
cross-eyed?
Cross-eyed and sweats a lot because we have so many towels
Slightly
we don't know what to do with. Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
man.
best thing. I love that thing.
Oh, man.
You know.
That is to be buried
Yeah.
deep. I can't believe you guys.
You could act.
I could never act.
You have a teacher right there.
I
Of
can't
course you
even
could act.
Teacher.
I can't make eye contact with people if I'm not angry with you, if I don't want to stress a point to you directly, I can't make eye contact with you. I think I have some type of like Asperger's because if someone is, let's say, telling me a story, I have to keep turning away. Like I have to keep resetting myself because I cannot look at them. It's like overwhelming for me. But I only look at you directly if I'm stressing a point or if I'm upset.
Oh, jeez.
Like
Yeah.
he knows it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't hold eye contact. It makes me uncomfortable. Whoa. Not because I'm not listening to you. I feel overwhelmed. Like I can't absorb all that stimulus that is your face.
Yeah.
It's too much information for me to process. Your mouth moving, your eyes blinking, you know?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, you know what she's
sweating
doing
right
now.
now.
What she's doing right now is she's trying to accept the fact that she's a podcast celebrity,
Wow.
and I keep telling her that because now I go on the road. No, I swear to God, I go on the road and people go that listen to TigerBelly go, Khalyla, is Khalyla here? And I just say she's a podcast celebrity now.
Oh God, you're
If people let me
insane.
say something right now.
insane.
When people know who you are and who you haven't met,
yeah,
and they listen to something that you do,
yeah.
that makes you they're a fan.
Oh no, I appreciate the love.
Yeah, but you're a celebrity.
You have to put that on your Instagram now.
Can I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tell
You're
you
a
something,
podcast
Bobby?
celebrity.
Podcast
Until
celebrity.
my pockets are lined with cash,
Yeah.
I am not a celebrity. Unless I can say this is, a job and I'm getting some type of like credit for it from people that actually like what I have to say.
Oh, so what you're saying that people aren't sending you money? You're not
What do
doing
you
it out of the service of your own heart?
No, it's not.
What are you talking about,
And
lady?
scene.
I'm just saying, like,
You need fucking buckets of cash before you can admit that you're a
unless
celebrity?
you're Joe Rogan or Brian Callen or like, the Nerdist Chris Hardwick, I don't think you're a podcast celebrity.
Okay,
We're
so
still
what-
in the lower
what-
rungs,
So what
sweetie.
I'm
Let's
saying
keep it
right now,
real.
let me ask you this
You
then.
said you're a fan.
Yeah.
When Brian and Brendan started their
Yeah.
Fire and
podcast,
the Kid.
Fire and the Kid, and they were starting new, right? They didn't have the following. They weren't celebrities. They were only celebrities until they got the following.
No, I think now they're at a point where they're
even
they're
before
so big.
they were celebrities.
Well, Brendan was because he's a UFC
You're a celebrity,
fighter.
babe.
Can you stop? It
You know
makes
what?
me.
She's a celebrity.
Yeah, for sure,
Can
right?
you-
Hey guys, make sure you find out Calamity King on Twitter. Tweeter, you're a celebrity.
Yeah,
Hashtag
yeah.
TigerBelly. Hashtag Bobby wins.
Yeah, you have to accept it.
I like how you're forcing me.
You are.
Yeah, yeah.
Believe in
I love
yourself.
it. I love it when you. Get
I was just
you
talking
panic.
about having possibly having Asperger's, and you're saying that that's me trying to accept that I'm a
All I
celebrity?
know is, dude, it's like I just go to towns and people want to know how you are. That's
Because
all.
I'm your girlfriend and we have a podcast and they love this. It's a small niche of people.
You
I
have-
accept that. I think that we have a great TigerBelly family. I think we have a very loyal and dedicated fan base, and I love
Well,
that.
Bill Clinton's girlfriend is now running for president.
Bill Clinton's
girlfriend?
girlfriend.
Yeah, she was once his girlfriend.
Which one?
Bill Clinton.
Um.
Hillary Clinton.
His wife?
Oh, stupid!
Is there somebody else? Monica Lewinsky's fucking running.
No, why'd you say girlfriend?
I was like,
Yeah, because at one point before they were married, they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying at that stage, did they
Oh,
even
okay.
know,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
that she was going to be running for
I
president?
thought you were like, is Paula Jones or
I'm
Monica
just saying
Lewinsky?
that. Yeah, yeah.
He's saying that, yeah, you.
You're a celebrity.
Are you ever gonna like, put a ring on it?
Well, I mean, are you gonna ever have my baby?
Hey!
Sensitive topic.
I mean,
Sensitive topic.
if
Should
you want
we
to
be
play games,
honest?
let's play games.
Hey.
Should we be honest?
Yeah.
Podcast
Yeah,
celebrity.
yeah.
Where we
Yeah, go ahead.
Should we be
Yeah,
honest
go ahead.
about that?
I don't know.
No, I want to ask about the 3 years though.
Oh, there we go. I love your segue.
Yeah,
And
thank you
it's
for
so
saving
cool
that.
you
I
just
wanted to
did
talk
that.
about.
No, we didn't just kill another baby
Three-
recently. We didn't. We
Why are we
definitely
all laughing
didn't.
though? Why are we all laughing?
Why are
I'm
you
not
laughing?
I'm not laughing.
No, guys.
sad.
The truth is, we had a scare, and I had a very, very, very late period, and I sincerely thought I was pregnant for a second.
Yeah.
And she was.
I wasn't.
And
it,
we talked
stop-
about it. And we aborted another baby.
That's not nice of you to say.
I didn't say anything.
Because people aren't gonna attack you; they're gonna attack me.
I
Look,
made you do it.
I'm not ashamed of my previous abortions. This is my body. I get to do whatever I want. Like
Yeah.
I will say it out loud all day, every day.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't just have a third abortion. So take that back.
Second one.
Yeah, that was years ago. I just
it was
had a
years ago.
pregnancy scare.
Hashtag comedy.
And also, I got a little fat, so we thought for real that
That's
I was
right.
pregnant.
That's what
And then
happened.
George was like, "You have to keep it. It's a great storyline for TigerBelly."
That's what happened.
I was growing a real tiger belly.
It was a queef. It was like this air pocket in her
And
Stuck.
stomach.
here's what I want to bring up, okay? And I'm just gonna be real with you. I sincerely think you have a leaky dick. I think that as you're getting older, you have a lot more and more pre-cum. And I think
That's good.
no, it's not. Pulling out's not bulletproof anymore. I think when a guy ages, his ability to actually keep it all in weakens.
I'm not
and
Pat
I think
Morita. I mean, leaky dick.
I think you have a leaky
He's
dick.
not a
babe.
sensei yet. Okay.
I'm not a
He's
sensei yet.
Teaching Karate Kid over here.
No, because,
what you're
okay.
saying to me right now is this.
I know this for a fact because when I'm blowing you,
Yeah.
you have more pre-cum than you do actual finished jizz.
Natural
I know
lube.
because I don't like to do it all at one time.
So you're blowing in me like every.
No, I just
drip
come
method.
from beginning to end.
Drip
A
method.
little maybe drip method.
Drip method.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. It's old school.
Yeah, it's like coffee. You
It's,
want like
yeah,
drip
it's like
method,
it's drip it.
It's like cold brew.
It's a cold
Yeah.
brew. Bobby likes
Just
to cold
little
brew his
drop-
cum.
Yeah, just little drops at a time. You know.
That's disgusting.
Because let me say this right now, okay? When you do it at one chunk, right? You're talking about millions of semen
Sure.
racing. It's a marathon, right? But mine is like the Olympics.
Long distance.
Yeah,
You're long
you
distance.
know, I have just little competitions.
long
You know
distance.
what I mean? yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so like 20,000, you can start running. Cut, that's it. You know what I mean? Somebody won the gold there. They didn't make it to the finish.
Yeah.
And then, that's how I do it, like the Olympics.
I like that. A
Yeah,
fair
different-
chance. A fair
yeah,
chance
I
for
give everyone a good chance. Because you have to imagine that when you do one load, how much sperm is that?
I'm gonna say 50,000 sperms.
It's not. I don't like it.
Look,
Yeah.
okay, I have a very, very Mexican uterus. My
Yeah.
body is a wonderland. Very
so you
fertile
want,
soil.
You want me to wear a condom?
I'm saying we should probably think about it
No,
because your shit's not reliable. Your
Nope.
pull-out method is not bulletproof.
that's fine.
But your sperm's strong. We know that.
They're the
Very,
best.
very strong sperm.
In fact, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to bring this up. I'm going to bring it up. I was in science class once in junior college.
Okay.
And I took some of my sperm and I looked at it, and they were all wearing capes.
Okay, Bobby. What the
No,
fuck?
they
Why
were.
did I-
They were. They were wearing little capes with S's on it, and
You got strong ass sperm.
and I'm just an evolved creature, and everyone knows that. Okay, but speaking of Superman, because we were talking about auditions, one time I was reading for Wendy O'Brien. She's a great casting director,
Big time, yeah.
and for the same part, I was sitting there with Brandon Ruth.
You were not reading for Superman.
No, not Superman. No.
Because Brandon Roth went for Superman.
Imagine if he
After.
actually auditioned for
What?
Superman.
Jesus. Whoa. Khalyla. Hey, that's a strong laugh we got over there. That's a strong... She's crying?
If you walked into a room thinking you're going to be the next Superman,
Yeah.
oh my God, sweetie. I'm just
That-
picturing
you
it
know
in my
what?
head. I know you have big dreams.
No. That right there, man. She crossed the line there.
It's 3 years.
Yeah. You're right. That would be fucking ridiculous.
What would people's faces in the room look like?
I think that people would watch it just for a curiosity reason.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that I've always wanted to do a movie where, like Rambo: First Blood,
Yeah.
but like take the original movie, take him out of it, Sylvester Stallone, and just put me in there.
Still serious? You're now a comedy?
No,
Same-
the
Scene for
same movie,
scene?
scene for scene, everything, but you're just literally have me in there. I change the lines every once in a while. Every once in a while, you'll have people in the backdrop, like my friends Crystalia, in the back. I mean, you could have
Cameos.
in it,
Yeah.
but like you keep the movie framed from beginning to end. I think we have the technology to take them out,
Yeah.
put me in, and just change it.
Oh, you're not even reshooting or refilming.
No.
You're
that'd be
just
funny then. That'd be
removing
funny.
him. Like,
And then putting me in there.
But not trying to be fun, just serious everything.
No, I mean you're making a comedy, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I think that like there's a scene when he first rolls into town, and Brian Dennehy is looking through the rearview mirror and he sees, Sylvester Stallone walk into town,
Rambo, yeah.
right?
Just you walking.
Yeah, there could be me. You take him out and me. I'm running to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saying, "Do you have a bathroom?" You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So you change it. I
Yeah.
have diarrhea. He's like, "No, you can't do it." Right?
Yeah.
And then he looks again, and I'm still running back. I mean, something like that.
George.
Change
Get on it,
but
George.
you would have to get the license of the movie.
Which
I
you're
don't-
never
yeah,
gonna
you're
get. That
never
is
gonna get
such
it.
a iconic film.
Unless.
But you know what I
he's
want
a
to do is
fan.
I want to maybe take one scene, do it on our own, see if we can even do it, and then we can go to whoever,
it.
and pitch it. But I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe I just said it because I think the people are going to do it now.
No.
No, they're not going to do it. Fuck
To
it.
get the rights for Rambo must be so
It's
difficult.
also funnier.
there's
If
any
it's a Korean guy doing it. It's funnier.
It could be
than a
any
white guy.
movie, really.
Yeah.
know? I mean, you could do it with any movie. Me as Harry Potter. The best would be me. This is always wanted to do. Me in Annie. Dude with the orange afro and me singing all the lines.
Yeah.
You take Miss Hannigan out of it and you put like you put in the transy. What's her name?
The transy.
Cat Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn
As
Jenner?
as Miss
Hannigan?
Hannigan.
What is this movie?
Yeah. I think it'd be great.
I think you're losing it.
Why?
He's ideas.
It's just throwing out ideas, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What I try to do just now is segue from you laughing hysterically at the fact that I could never be Superman.
Look,
And I was hurt by it, and so I tried to survive, and I got myself out of it.
you did.
And now
We brought it back up.
And
We
now
brought
you're
it
not
back
Superman.
up.
I'm not mad at it.
But
anymore.
you're Annie.
I'm Annie now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you auditioning for though? For Superman?
It wasn't Superman fuckface.
Is it Brandon Roth.
Yeah, but we were both auditioning for another movie, like a romantic comedy.
Oh.
But the same part.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out because him and I are completely two opposite types. Nice guy, but
What happened to his career after that? Has he been in anything?
He just Scott Pilgrim. He was getting that.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, bit part.
yeah, but
I mean, do you think that was detrimental for him to
was.
be in such a big role and then for it not to do well?
First one too, ever.
Yeah, I know, because he was a no-name at that point.
He auditioned again, I think, for the new one
Oh, he did?
when Henry Cavill did it, but then obviously got it.
Oh, Henry Cavill is just
Cavill, yeah.
amazing.
yeah,
I
but
love
there's
him.
certain guys that get fucked, and I don't know what it is. I mean, you look at somebody like Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, huge.
He was a huge '80s star. He was in an iconic movie, Karate Kid, and I've met him a couple of times. Super nice guy, and I don't know what the fuck he needs to do to get back in. And you look at someone like Stranger Things, you see Winona Ryder or Matthew Modine, like you said earlier. And
Still
then
around.
you see guys get another chance. You know, you look at that show with, what's his name from Cheers? Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
You know, you're like, oh, Ted's trying again. You know, I know that Sebastian Maniscalco's pilot.
Got picked up?
No, they didn't get picked up. But they had, what's that dude's name? Tony Danza.
Oh, Tony
As his
Danza was
dad.
in that. Oh,
He
wow.
played his dad. You know, so, you know, you see older guys from the 80s, but then Ralph Macchio, it's like, what have you been...
Do you think it's a child star?
I have a question for you because I always see people who do really, really stellar in one movie and they play a very memorable role, and then they do something else and they just are so lackluster. Like they were only really good for that role.
Example.
And for example, is Jennifer Hudson in Dreamgirls, was it?
Oh, and she hasn't.
I mean, she won an Oscar. Spectacular. She was emotional. It was just a perfect role for her. And you see her in anything else, and it's just not compelling.
Oscar
like
curse.
it's almost awkward to watch her. And she was in Sex and the City, I think, or like she had a small role there, or something else where I was just like, wow, this just doesn't feel right.
Oscar, like the thing, man. You get like Hilary Swank. Nothing since.
Oh,
Boys
but
Don't.
see, Hilary
Well, she was
Swank
in
to
the
me
core.
legit has acting chops.
Stop.
We watched
She
the
was
core.
in the core.
And she was also in
Do you guys know what the core is?
the Earth movie, right? Where it like drills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
but
the
it's-
core
I
of
love
the Earth
disaster
stops
movies.
rotating.
Yeah.
The core is the best one.
He makes me watch
I
it.
make her watch it.
Like every 3 months.
I'm going to tell you the premise, everybody. It's basically the center of the Earth, the core, stops rotating. The metal, what do you call it? The outer...
It's the core. The
core,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a core.
called-
There's
It's
a mantle and then there's a core.
There's a core, and the core is, you know, I mean, hot liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in millions
Iron,
of miles per hour,
iron.
iron. You mean spinning?
Mm-hmm.
That thing stops spinning, and so they create a spaceship to go to the center of the Earth to plant bombs.
Oh,
to
that's
get
what they were
the
trying
core
to do.
to
They
that-
kickstart it.
Kickstart it.
Yeah.
It's so believable. No, it really is. It's really just
we should replace you with that one.
yeah,
In the
it's
core.
grounded in reality.
so
guys.
many big actors in that movie. Hilary
Tucci.
Swank, Stanley Tucci,
He's still around.
Delroy
too.
Lindo.
Delroy Lindo. Who else?
What's his name? Harvey Dent.
Oh, fuck. He was just.
Harvey Dent. Let's call him Harvey.
Harvey
Dent.
Dent's in
Yeah.
it. Harvey Dent.
He's the
and,
main guy in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie is so bad but so good. I love all of those. Volcano is a good one. Have you seen that one?
Oh, I love Volcano. Is that with
it's
Tommy
the-
Lee Jones?
Yes, it's
The
a classic.
best. I
It's in
actually
LA.
thought that was a really good movie.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
I love Deep Impact. The best.
Deep Impact is good.
It's like 2012 or what is it?
2004. Is it 2000?
You know the one where?
Yeah,
Jake
yeah.
Gyllenhaal?
No, that's
That's a good one too.
Tomorrow-
Tomorrow never dies.
Tomorrow-
Never dies.
We suck at this.
yeah.
The James Bond movie Tomorrow Never Dies.
Well, no, what is that fucking movie called?
Oh,
I have to. I have
you know what I'm
know.
talking about, right?
Yeah, I
Oh.
own it.
He owns every single. He has an
Disaster
obsession
movie?
for disaster movies.
I let me say something right now.
The worse, the better for him.
Oh,
If I could just be in one disaster movie,
that's your career right there. You
that
love
right
it.
there, I can just end it. It's like when I saw Christian Slater do a Star Trek movie. He had one line, and he just left. Or you see, people do cameos in a Star. I would love that also, but a disaster movie where I'm running from like a landslide, or I'm like being engulfed in some sort of volcanic flame, or if I'm like, meteors are striking me in the skull,
Ooh.
and I'm
Jesus,
trying to
man.
climb under a car, and I start crying. I would die to have a role like that.
Yeah.
I love disaster movies. It's my favorite. And there's always one in every disaster movie. They have like prototypes or stereotypes. So there's always like a politician who doesn't agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's
he's
always
like-
I don't believe in global warming.
yeah.
Motherfucker, there's a
And the whole movie, and then later he like learns.
Yeah.
He has a change of heart.
Yeah.
I love that.
Does Outbreak considered a disaster movie?
it's a virus one, right?
It's my favorite
I was
of
like,
all time.
Virus or like
Donald Sutherland.
Oh,
Was
by
he
the
in
way,
it? Yeah, he
Harvey
was.
Dent, Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart.
Love him.
Yeah.
There we
He's
go.
the
I mean,
best.
come on, we should have known that.
I love his face.
Good face.
And then he made a great movie. His best movie, I, Frankenstein.
I thought you were being serious for a second.
No, and I'm telling you right now,
That's how I watch it.
Frankenstein, in terms of bad movies, is pretty good, dude. I love bad movies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we saw a movie last week, though. That was pretty fucking scary, dude.
pretty good, you guys.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
It's about decisions white people make that
Cost them their lives.
Cost them their lives, and it's like decision making that that only they can make. You can't put African Americans in a movie like that, and just don't look at George's face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Okay,
guys, you can see this face.
Don't ever look at me like that when I talk about white people, because I'll tell you why. Okay, when ethnic people they kill people, they kill them. When you guys do it, you make curtains and also eat them.
Torture. It's torture.
You know what I mean? Like Dahmer or Ed Gein.
Yeah.
He made lampshade out of human skin. You guys always take it to the next level. Hitler. That's another level. Look at me right now, dude. So when I say stuff like, white people make decisions that are a little different, don't look with your like confused eyes like you're being racist or, I'm not. I'm looking at factual things.
Like movies.
And real life experiences.
Hitler.
And
fuck you, George.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't make decisions like that, or?
I say the Paris attacks was just like a regular Monday in Baghdad. So if you're gonna
No, that's not. That's completely different from what I'm saying, because that's a religious zealot, right? And it's.
if you're gonna compare like parts of the world,
I'm talking about America. In America, and in a free society, okay, where you have a melting pot of all kinds of races, and white people just do weirder, edgier things and decision making.
World War II, when Japan took over.
What do you mean?
Japanese went crazy on Korea and the Philippines,
Japanese
babe.
are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah, but
were the
that's,
Hitlers of Asia.
Yeah, but we're now talking about we're talking about like dictators and people.
Okay, can we go back to
swallowing-
the movie?
No, I'm not gonna go back to the movie yet, because I'm
Okay.
tired of George's fucking facial expressions. It's like last week when his guy Gary Johnson didn't know what Aleppo was.
Okay,
Right?
explain to everybody who Gary Johnson
story.
is.
Okay,
sweetie.
Gary Johnson is a libertarian candidate, right? That's the third party. There's actually 4 parties, right? I just found out.
There are
There's
4.
a Green Party also.
Jill,
that woman,
Jill,
right?
James Jill.
Boo, yeah. And so Gary Johnson, his boy, gets on Morning Joe on MSNBC,
Love that program.
and one of the commentators or whatever said, "What are you going to do about Aleppo?" And his boy goes, "What's Aleppo?" And the guy goes, "You got to be fucking kidding me." He didn't say fucking, but that's what he
face.
meant to say.
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I'm serious. What is Aleppo?" And Aleppo is a city in Syria where it's the melting pot.
And
of where
Joe Scarborough's like, well, it's basically the central hub of the Syrian refugee crisis.
Yeah.
And he's telling a guy who's like a presidential candidate this.
That's disqualifying.
And George was like, well, what if he was thinking? And George completely defended him. You did,
Completely
George.
try to defend him, and I don't want him as commander-in-chief because I'm a full-blown retard. I'm telling you, no. So be quiet. Everyone in the room, just shut the fuck up. I am going to own up to what I am. Okay? I'm not smart. I'm not healthy. I make really awful life decisions, health decisions. I don't even know why I'm alive. I never had any kind of education. I went to 6 months of junior college, and I just kind of just never went, really. And I've never really read a book. I know what Aleppo is. And I'm not running for the president of the United States. It's disqualifying. And look at me in the eyes and say it to everyone right now. I need you to say it. Gary Johnson he's not going to make a good president.
He's disqualified.
He's disqualified.
Come here for a second. I want you to see on
Yeah,
this
say it
mic.
on
Come
there.
here,
Get in
come
there,
here,
yeah.
Come here. Come here, George.
Poor George.
No facial expressions.
Fucking say it, dude.
Gary Johnson would end the war on drugs, which is the biggest problem that we've seen in politics recently. 80% of the problems with drugs that everybody claims are the problems with drugs are the problem with the war on drugs. It's destroyed the inner city. It's destroyed Mexico. It's destroyed Colombia. And if we had Gary Johnson as president, we would...
Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That is ridiculousness right now, George.
Yeah, that's
Blasphemy.
another white thing.
Yeah.
You know, just
Let's not take.
it's a point of view that it's almost impossible to defend, but they'll just go out and just defend it.
Is that
Right?
fair? Look at that
Full
face.
force. You know.
Is that a white thing? No, because what he's actually saying is making sense to me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually resonating with me
It's
because it's like
resonating, yeah.
that is a white people thing to do. It's like you're wrong, but somehow you're still gonna sit there and defend it to your death.
Like Ann Coulter.
Is that a white
Yeah.
thing, or is that just a
Your fucking confused face right now.
So maybe it is.
Ah, man. Anyway, Gary Johnson should know what Aleppo is. And I don't know, if truth be told, he's better qualified than Donald Trump. But let me tell you something. In this election, it looks more and more like he could win, Donald Trump. And it is fucking scary.
Can happen.
And I know when people go, well, Bobby, you know, he's not a politician. He works outside of D.C. That's why his energy will change government. Yeah, but he's a racist. Okay? He's sexist. He's not somebody that's not he's not my guy. Because white dudes that I like, right, aren't those things. They believe that I'm equal to them. They believe that I'm a human being, have a right to be in the United States because I'm an American citizen. And it's like, this dude, he's the worst. And he's going to be president of the United States. And it is scary.
Don't jinx it.
Like
just-
when he didn't disavow the David Duke and the KKK. Remember that? Mm-hmm. That's insane.
But it panders to a certain group of people.
I understand that. I know what he's doing. But so when people go, Bob, you don't understand Trump. It's like, yeah, but when a guy doesn't disavow the KKK, I can no longer support him because I'm on the KKK's list.
Hit list. Yeah.
I don't think they dislike Asians, do they?
I heard a KKK guy say once that we were like fifth on the lineup,
That's not bad.
which is cool.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Not bad at
Yeah,
all.
it gives us some time.
We have
Yeah,
so much
yeah,
time
yeah,
to run away.
Yeah. I mean, they probably won't kill us. They'll probably put us in like in a lab. But then when they find out that I don't know how to do any of that, and then I'm dead. Like if there was a white takeover, like there was a new Hitler, like let's say Donald Trump, creates
A neo-Nazi.
a new neo-Nazi white society, and they're gathering African Americans, Mexicans, and Asians. First of all, who do you think would be dead first?
Well, history. So
What, with Donald Trump?
So you think Jews?
No way.
Jews.
Jews. What are you
What?
talking about?
No,
They're the
you
last
said
on the
history.
list to die.
history.
No.
Well, Donald Trump. Well, then Mexicans for sure.
Okay, Mexicans.
It's a race between the Mexicans and anybody who's come from like any type of Arab.
Oh,
any of the
Arab, yeah,
Oh,
countries.
that's
culture,
right.
yeah.
That, yeah. So we would be probably fifth,
Fifth.
fourth, maybe.
Yeah.
It would be Mexicans, Arabs, African Americans, Asians,
And
and then that's it. That's all there is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because when I say Mexicans, I mean South
Every-
America. South
when
America.
he says Mexicans, he means
I mean
all of South America. So
Including-
Argentinians,
Colombia,
Brazilians,
yeah.
you're all Mexicans.
Including Spain
And
and Europe.
also, anyone listening to what I just said there, don't write me a tweet like you're wrong. We have our own cultures. It's like when people come up to me and go, hey, you're Chinese, right? Yeah, whatever. Let's move on.
What? You don't even defend yourself?
No, because it's like, that's ignorant shit. I don't give a fuck.
That's
hey,
fair,
you're
yeah.
Chinese. I like Chinese food. Get the fuck yourself. I'm going to go. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to even deal with that. I don't, what are you? I don't know. And I leave.
I don't know.
I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Right,
What
baby?
do you think about, speaking of Americans and white people from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
What happened?
What do you think about the mom who divorced her son to marry her daughter?
Say that again?
The mom?
Married her son,
Mm-hmm.
divorced him, and then married the daughter.
Okay, and what planet is this from?
Oklahoma planet.
There's no way.
The mom divorced.
She was fucking her own son and
Yeah.
married to her own son.
Right, she
Yeah.
married him, and then I think 10 months after their marriage, she like filed for divorce.
Yeah.
And then now she's dating her. She's married her daughter, who's a lesbian. Yeah.
Okay, that right there, and that's and let me guess, and I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not. It's not has nothing to do with race or ethnicity. But
What is
was
the
it
race?
was it a white person?
Yes, that's what I said.
See what George, look at me. See, George.
There's the full evidence.
There's the full evidence. It's
What do you
like-
guys think about marrying first cousins? Is that like acceptable? Because I know it's very acceptable in China, and like they want to keep the wealth in the family. So I know that some cultures it's completely
I mean,
you
Jamie and Circe.
I think tapping it maybe once at a party is okay.
tapping it.
Wait, you tell me just fucking your cousin once?
Well, you're
is okay?
drunk, you know what I mean? You just put them in a closet. You pull one leg up right there in a closet while the family's in the living room. And you just pat, 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 you know what I mean? You stick your dick in, pat, 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 pat,
And then
like a rabbit, pat, 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 right? And then you do that. And then,
Very
then you
aggressive.
grab their neck and you go, don't say anything, okay?
and then
To
you
my aunt or your mom, I mean.
Yeah.
And then you leave.
smile. See you at Christmas.
See you at Christmas.
Thank you so much for the
yeah.
experience.
So that's good. That's cool. I think that's okay. What you do, George.
We gotta stop
right.
accusing him of
That's what you
incest.
do,
Can't
George.
accuse George of incest.
Okay? You
To
incest
defend you.
motherfucker.
To defend you, George. I mean, you are the white man. I mean, you didn't blow your own cousin, so
It took me a while to get that. I was like, what?
You know what, bitch? You're really provoking me today, but it's fine. Let's go back to the movie though.
oh yeah,
Oh my
finally.
god! What a,
Don't
what a
breathe.
segue was that?
Sorry, it was a crazy
Let's
segue.
go back to
yeah.
that.
So anyway, it's
Don't give any spoilers.
I'm not
'cause
gonna
I
give any
really think people
spoilers.
should watch
should
it.
watch it. Yeah, it's actually a cute little movie.
It's not very cute.
Cute.
It's actually very scary.
It's scary, but cute in the way that, like, oh my god, this is such a simple kind of a premise, but
Mm-hmm.
it's super fun to watch and it's well executed in that way. Cute.
Oh, 10 million only. Wow.
10 million to make.
Is that
Yeah.
how much
Oh
it is?
wow,
Nothing.
that's amazing.
Great job.
That's
man.
amazing.
Yeah, because everything is set in one house
yeah.
in the middle of Detroit. Well, it's supposed to be in Detroit.
Where do you guys rank it for this year's scary films?
I think
That you
that
guys
It's
have
not.
seen.
It's not. It's a. I don't even know what to categorize it
Thriller?
because it's more of a thriller.
yeah, it is a thriller. Because for me, what I find it's like it jolts you, right? Because the scenes are thrilling and suspenseful. But what scares me to my core are never movies that involve real humans. It's always like spiritual, like possessions
Yeah,
or
Ghost.
The Exorcist, ghosts, and things like that really shake me
Yeah.
Same here.
inside. Like the movie Don't Breathe is more like it's just jolting. It's like you scream because it's suspenseful.
So it's like a Saw. There's no.
Yeah, it's a really good. It's a slasher movie.
It reminded me of a movie called A Simple Plan. You ever see that movie?
Yes. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I love that movie.
What is
It's
that?
Very good
simple-
movie.
A Simple Plan. It's like it's just a premise that's basic but it's just executed in a well way. The dialogue's good. But there's a kid in that movie that's a star. I don't know his name, but
The young kid.
the young kid. Yeah.
I forget who.
He was
who
very
played
good.
him.
And I don't want to give anything away, but can I just get it into the premise a little bit or not?
Of
Well, it's just basically this.
Of
I'm
Don't
not getting.
Breathe?
I'm not giving away anything. It's not gonna be like a Sixth Sense that Bruce Willis is really dead kind of a thing.
yeah.
And if you haven't
Spoiler
seen
alert.
if you haven't seen the Sixth Sense, you should have watched it by now. But it's about 3 kids from Michigan. They happen to be white, and they decide to rob a blind man, and that's pretty much the premise.
Don't do that.
And what's great about the movie is that you feel bad, but you don't feel that bad about these kids because they put themselves in this situation.
Oh, so you're rooting for the guy.
No, you're not.
Or you're not.
In the beginning. I was rooting for
Kill
the
them.
guy.
Yeah, but then
It's like they deserve it. They shouldn't have entered your home.
but that's what makes it fun, and that's why the extreme things he's blind too. The blind man does
Seems kind of.
is what do you mean? Seems kind of what?
I mean, if I robbed a blind man's house, I'm walking out with whatever I
No,
robbed.
because it's blind man number one.
yeah, he's also the
a
fucking
sergeant.
sergeant from Avatar. Like he's the buffest 70-year-old blind man you'll
yeah,
ever
he's
see.
a military blind man.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So he's in the military, right? And also, he lives by himself, and he has a lot of issues, and mainly his issue is that his daughter was murdered.
That's all.
That's
I
all
need,
you
that's
need
all
to
I need to
know.
know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
daughter. Yep.
Yeah,
there we
daughter
go.
was
So he's a
murdered.
heartbroken man
Crazy
who's
guy.
living
And
by himself.
He sleeps with his daughter's tape, like a videotape, on like a loop in
Yeah.
his room,
Oh.
and his eyes are just completely
White.
fried and white.
He's broken.
He's broken.
He
and
feels
sleeps.
broken.
Yeah,
He has an emotional moment.
I know, but the
Yes.
way they did it was pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Those kids are really talented. What's his name? Fede Alvarez, the guy who directed it or wrote it.
Man.
Anyways, another movie that I really want to see is Train to Busan. I heard it
What
was
is that movie?
What's better than that one is Train to Pussy.
Hey, what's up,
I
guys?
saw that movie, dog.
Oh,
yeah.
is that Urban Bobby?
Hey, yeah, Urban Bobby in the house, dog.
Yo, what's up,
I
man?
saw Last Train to Pussy. God damn. I was in the caboose, dog.
You said caboose.
Yeah, that's what I said,
What's wrong with
bitch.
that?
You're officially whiter than George Kimmel.
I'm not.
Wow.
But Last Train to Busan is a Korean zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, it's so funny. You can take a premise like zombies that's
Yeah.
been it's so hacky.
Saturated.
And saturated. But you put them in Korea, it's original again. In a weird way it is, because you've never really seen it.
Oh my
Is that
god! So
not popular?
zombies.
Zombies in
what we
Korea?
should do now is zombies in Uganda. That would be good. Like in
no.
or like in the Congo, we're in the thick of the jungle. You know.
Yeah, think about all those little like kids.
Yeah.
Skinny kids, running at you.
Or
But if I'm going to say something, but and I'm not. I watch it.
Tread.
I'm going to tread lightly, and I'm not even making a joke out of it. I don't know if I can even say what I was going to say.
yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Let me try.
Something.
Can I try? No, I'm not gonna. They should do that.
Wow,
They
you've
should
been
do
very
that.
good
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this.
they should do it.
Over this past year. Wow,
Yeah, they
very
should do
good.
it.
Restraining yourself.
They should do it. I wasn't gonna. Fine. You know what? That's what I'm. You know what the thing is though.
Okay, here we go.
Is in this podcast, is I say things. Sometimes I regret, and I say things that I don't mean, and I want to. I'm not trying to edit what my mind is to our listeners, but sometimes it's good to do that.
But this isn't live, so if you make a mistake, we can always edit it out. I think that's
Okay, so I'm gonna try to say it then, and then we edit it out.
But we've never edited on the show ever, though.
I know, but I'm letting you know that we might have to edit this part.
Okay. This is serious, right?
The reason why you can't have it in Africa, right, is that, you know, as a viewer, as an American viewer, you want to see resemblances of your own society. Like people, just listen,
like
right?
the Western world.
I know Western world. You know, we have trains, cars, cities, or you know, things that we can relate to. When you put it in, because in the Congo you have blood diamond, you know, guys that do rebellion groups that go in and they cause genocide. So they already do insanely crazy things that are actually what zombies do. You know,
So
I'm
you're saying
not
they
saying
live
it
like
in
zombies now.
No,
is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's not what I'm saying. Is that I just don't think it would be as effective.
You're calling Ugandans like real life zombies. Is what you're
No,
doing.
but when Darfur happened and they were slaughtering millions of people, kids, women, you know, with machetes, and the world didn't do anything about it. That's why I don't think it would work. And it's sad to say something like that, but I'm not being racist.
I don't think you are.
I'm saying that we need to go over there
You don't think
and
that
help.
You don't think that we would feel empathetic to a zombie apocalypse in Uganda. You don't think as Americans that we would really care all that much because we already think that there's a lot of trouble there.
I mean, if you had a white family going on a safari,
Then you
and then then you would
You
be
think
like,
that's what Americans would care about?
I honestly think that that's the way you do it. I don't think that you can't have a villager. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
think you're wrong.
You're not-
I could be wrong.
I think you're wrong.
All right. Well, is that what I just said racist? Am I gonna get sued or
No.
whatever? No, because that one lady.
There's actually a video game. I don't know if it was Dead Island. It's a zombie.
Yeah, I know.
game.
I played it.
There was one where
Dead
it was
Island.
a bunch of Africans. I don't know if they changed it.
It was
They-
scary.
They said they had to change it to put more white people because it was just a white character just slaughtering black zombies.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But
So they
still,
had to-
that was really scary.
Dead Island, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It would work.
It would work.
But I'm telling you that the premise I just said was that premise. It's in a resort, island off of I think Africa, right? So it's European tourists, and then the villagers and everyone become zombies. Then obviously it's scary because you can relate to the people that are the victims or whatever, right? But when you make it just a villager who's trying to survive other zombie villagers, I don't know if that's going to be as effective.
Basically have Americans be the victims.
I tease about that movie. I do a stand-up joke about that movie 21 about the MIT students and this and that.
Whitewash.
Yeah, and they, if you don't know, they wrote a book called Bringing Down the House. It's about MIT students. They go to Vegas and they figure out how to rig blackjack and count cards and whatnot. And they took a lot of money from Vegas. And but with the MIT students that actually did it in real life were Asian dudes mostly. And then when they cast the movie, they cast mostly white guys, right? They cast 2 Asians, but as just out of guilt, I think, I believe.
Guilt casting.
Guilt casting. And when one of the producers who was asked about it, Kevin Spacey, who produced it,
Was in it too.
he was like, "Yeah, I want to make
Yeah, he
money."
was.
And that's why I did it that way.
Hollywood.
If I did it all Asians, I wouldn't make as much money. And he might have a point there.
I don't know. With that story, you could.
I mean, now you could, but
Really could.
now you can see, okay, we'll put Randall, Ken,
Steven.
Yeah,
Constance. Yeah.
Stephen Yoon,
Yeah.
right? I mean, there's a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
But when they made that movie back then, there wasn't. You could put John Cho in it,
Yeah.
But back then, no, you couldn't. So I think they could make the movie now, which they should have waited. It's like when you make a movie, you go, listen, it's about,
Yeah, but you're all old now.
Stephen Yoon's not.
Steven's
Yeah,
young gun.
but-
And I just did
saying,
that
like-
one independent movie with there's a kid that played my son. He was very good.
Yeah.
And he was Asian and cute.
Yeah.
There are kids. Gilbert.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Justin
Gilbert.
Chan who listens.
Hey, you have to stop giving me hickeys.
What do you want? Butt licks or hickeys? Pick one.
When I give you a picky.
There's a kid in Mexico that died from a hickey.
Okay, well I don't believe
He's
that.
not even the first one that's happened. Apparently, like it caused like a clot, and then it eventually traveled to his brain. Like it caused a localized clot that made it into his like blood
Do you
vessel.
know a different CNN than we do?
I think I do.
I mean, where do you have to search? to
Because
even get
look,
that
it wouldn't be
information?
pertinent. This information wouldn't be pertinent or like important to my life, except that you are a hickey giver.
I know.
You're
but
very
this is
nice
Khalyla.
about your love.
That's why I don't like piranhas, because last week in Colombia, a piranha ate, a baby's butthole. You're like, how do you know that?
I would like to know if a piranha has recently
Eat
eaten
a
a
baby's
human's butthole.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
Have you always given hickeys to women? Is that like you don't like just regular kisses? Like the
He's-
suck?
It's this fucking guy right here. You fucking.
No,
He
no,
wants
I
to
want to say
bring-
this because
Let me tell you
I've
something
been
right
I've
now.
been giving a lot of hickeys.
Ooh!
I like it.
Congratulations!
I like hickeys. I like-
Wow, you're a man now. You know what,
Hey,
dude?
I've
You,
given-
bro,
I've given a lot of
you're
a lot
on
of
the
hickeys, though.
borderline of being very suspect.
You know what?
What?
I never said it was a man or a woman.
There you go. And I like that
And
answer.
that's all.
That's a
Keep
very
it
good
there,
answer.
keep it
Yeah.
I've been
mystery.
very mean to you lately.
You have
Not
been.
really, actually.
No, I don't give you hugs anymore.
Oh, when I came in, yeah.
Well, you've stopped calling him gay, so that's a plus.
That's we're
Yeah.
moving in the right direction.
Yeah. No, I like you though, man. You're good.
Thanks, man.
And also when we were playing Destiny the other night, that kid Albert, what's his name? Yeah, Arthur.
Oh,
Arthur,
Arthur.
yeah.
I love him so
Listener.
much.
He's a listener.
We have a listener, a little tiny listener named Arthur.
Filipino?
Who lives in I don't know what he is.
He's Filipino.
Okay.
I don't know what he is. But
I've met his mom.
he doesn't
She's
look human.
Filipino.
He looks like just like if you open up Japanese candy and he just looks like that.
Fuck,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it.
He's Japanese
It's
candy.
candy.
Very
It's Japanese
petite and
candy.
cute.
Very petite and cute. He
Petite.
came to Korea, LA, and we took him to dinner.
Yeah.
remember? Yeah.
And you
And
accused
he's monitoring our Twitch, and he's just super cute. And I made a new friend, Eric Koch.
Wow.
He's an MMA fighter, very good looking. He just
Mm-hmm.
had operation on his, I don't know what happened, but and he's an actual UFC fighter. He's very good.
He's
at
ranked.
boxing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Top
He's
15.
He's a
top 15.
lightweight.
He's lightweight.
He
And
fought
Poirier.
Dustin
And he
Poirier.
trains at Duke
got
Rufus
submitted.
with
Yeah.
CM Punk.
But I don't care
He
about any of
does
that.
train with CM Punk.
Yeah,
with
I don't
Duke
care any
Rufus.
about
In
that. All I
Milwaukee,
know
right?
is that during a raid or crucible, he's
Mm-hmm.
fucking good.
Have you told everybody about your new portable Xbox?
Oh, I saw a picture.
You've seen it?
Have you been able to use it yet
Yes.
on the road? Wow.
It's called a Vanguard Black Edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen anybody so happy to open up a package in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And
This
when you-
thing is spiffy. It comes in. It looks like a small little
It's like you
carry-on suitcase.
No, it's like there's tools or something that should be in it. It's hard cased, and you open it up. There's a screen inside it, and your Xbox slides in there, and the sound is amazing. The fucking graphics are amazing, and you could just take it anywhere, and you can play. So that's
What were your thoughts when you saw it?
Extreme sadness,
Oh, why?
sorrow. Actually, no, I'm okay with it because I mean he's gonna use it when he's on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's already. I'm fine with that. He can scream all he wants in the privacy of his hotel room in a different city. I'm okay with it. But what he does is this is what I don't understand. Actually, first I thought that I was okay with it, and then he has this new thing where he'll sit next to me while I'm trying to sleep in bed. And he thinks he's killing two birds with one stone because he's screaming on the Xbox. But then he's like, "Do you like that I'm next to you, sweetie?"
I like that.
So he thinks he's spending time with me and at the same time playing Xbox. And I don't like the screaming. That's what I don't like. I don't care that he plays.
well,
It's
they're
like
gonna
the
raid.
yelling.
We're gonna do a raid tonight, babe.
Oh, fantastic. I won't be around for that.
When I'm not, I promise I won't scream.
You know.
No, I promise you I won't scream.
Have you ever not screamed during a raid?
No, tonight I'm not gonna scream.
Bullshit.
No, I won't. I promise you I won't. How about this? Every time I scream, I give you $100.
I don't want your money.
Oh wow! Every time I scream, I
You
give you
would be
a 30-minute
in debt.
Every time he screams, he gives me $100. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
pay insurance this
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Yeah.
You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm good, dude. Oh, did you guys see the roast recently?
Which one?
The Rob Lowe. First of all, I don't understand. So if you do a roast, does that mean your career is on the downhill? Because I feel like he's on the
No.
rise.
No. People just asked to be roasted.
Okay, so you saw the Ann Coulter stuff, right?
Oh, I saw all of that
Is that-
Coulter stuff.
Why the fuck would you not use the writers they give you, and why would you?
Well, you know what? She has a lot of comic friends, believe it or not.
Ann
He knows
Coulter?
some of them.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like friends.
He
Dude,
there
I
are
know
a
a
lot of
dude-
Republican.
I know a
Republican,
dude-
Yeah.
I know a dude. I can't name his name.
Okay,
That number one, he's gay.
okay.
Number two, he's Republican. And number three, he's one of the funniest dudes in the fucking business. Super talented. Like A-list, in my opinion. And he's best friends with her.
Yeah.
But she's cuckoo.
She's-
not.
you know what?
She's somebody that wants to make money.
Yeah.
She takes an extreme point of view.
Yep.
And she riles up a certain base of
Yep.
retards. And then she sells her books to them.
Yep. It's just like that girl, like Tommy Lauren. Yeah, she's not a real journalist. She just basically gets on TV. She's a cute blonde, and she gives a very, very right point of view.
Oh,
you know,
that
she's the
chick.
girl who
Yeah.
goes against like Colin Kaepernick, and you know, it's a very specific type. Like they're not real pundits. They're not real. I would never go to them, you know, as a news source. I would never go to them to really know what's happening in either the Republican or Democratic side. They're super biased, and they're really just in on it for themselves, and they're selling the image of themselves, whether we find it villainous or if we agree with them. They're selling an image of themselves. With Ann Coulter, she's pretty much stuck to her guns as being Ann Coulter for a very long time. For that, I can respect her. She's a money-making machine,
Yeah.
you know?
Like when I was on Mad TV, one day they had Bill O'Reilly do a guest spot.
Ooh.
And I just refused to show up. I said, take me out. I had a line and I said, take me out of it. I can't do it. I hated. But then over the years you realize that, you know what, they're all trying to
Make money.
and have a point of view, and
They're a business.
yeah, it's a business. And so
But what's
you get
crazy,
it.
I never thought I'd ever say this, but Bill Riley has not been.
He's changing.
He's kind of. I don't know if he's changing or is that
No.
or maybe I'm seeing a completely super right side that's making him seem more moderate to me these days.
He's against Trump, correct?
Yes, he's
Yes,
very
yeah,
much
right,
against Trump.
No, I think he's softening as he gets older. I think as he's younger, he had these gigantic, he was like an angry dog and just barking. I just feel like he's softened. I hate Sean Hannity. I'll never like
Yeah,
that guy. I just don't like his
Hannity's always
face.
been, yeah.
Just
You
don't
like
his
Joe
face.
Scarborough, right?
I love Joe Scarborough.
Yeah. Sometimes you can love a Republican.
He's the kind of Republican that I have friends that are Republicans, and they wear sweaters. Sometimes in the summers, you know what I mean.
Sometimes in the summer.
They always tuck their shirt in, right? They say stuff like "rock and roll, buddy," and then you have to go, "What did you just say, dude?" Rock and roll, I said.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, but so you have friends that you can hang out with that have They're
opposing
Republicans.
Different views.
So I'm extremely liberal. And Joe
But you're
Scarborough.
not. Somebody made a very, very good, crucial point in a direct message to me. It might have been a direct message
is
to
it?
me.
Tell me.
And somebody said that you act like a Republican. The sheer fact that you wouldn't share your leftover potatoes with Steve Renazizi is very Republican. You paid for it. You only take care of
Wow.
yourself. You're not somebody who's
Holy
a
shit.
utilitarian. You don't care for the masses.
No.
You care for yourself.
That's not true.
Somebody emailed this to me, and I
don't give a
agreed
fuck.
with
That
him.
makes no sense.
It does make sense.
No, because Republicans believe in trickle-down economics, right? So you give the wealthiest tax breaks, okay? And then they make an assumption that it's going to come down to everyone underneath. But what happens is the people at the top, they hoard the money. They want to keep the money for themselves, so it doesn't trickle down.
Well,
It
you
never
hoard your
does.
potatoes, and you don't
No,
allow
no, no.
your potatoes
what
to
I'm
trickle
doing
down.
is I'm feeding everyone, the country, you know what I mean, as much food as they want, right? But when you're done, I keep it.
Ooh, what do
to
we call
throw
that?
it away,
What
though,
do we call
not
that?
to give it to other people.
I don't know if they throw it away.
You should have your own party system then.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are your own political party
right. But
because
I
you are so
but
confused.
I'm not confused. You know, it's this whole thing. And can I just say this too? And I want to thank Steve Renazizi for even doing last week. That's an amazing thing.
The
Awesome,
timing, though.
The timing was crazy because her
also
and
did
I
not realize
a
that.
couple days ago when 9/11 was it yesterday?
9/11 was yesterday. Yes.
Yesterday. And there was a part that went, God, Steve, why'd you lie about that?
Because we were watching CNN
When you see people
all
like
day,
on fire
you
running
know?
down the stairs, you're just kind of like,
And it's haunting. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And Bobby and I were like, God damn it,
I
why'd he
love
say
Steve.
that?
I love
Yeah.
Steve, and I'll defend him. Is that a bad thing?
What? To defend,
Defend
him?
To defend just
He didn't
friends?
kill anybody.
I know he didn't kill anybody. It's just, let me say something. I love who I love, and I love him. Mm-hmm. And he's done some things like he didn't save me quick enough when Ari was beating me up.
Well,
But
people
at
are
the
outraged.
end of the day, I look at him, and I know that his heart is good.
Do you feel that same way about Charlie?
Yes.
Do you think his heart is good?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay. And
Good- it's a good poster.
yeah, I'm
Awkward.
not talking about
It's a
Charlie
nice
today.
poster.
And I can't even believe that you brought his name up.
Look, that's your best friend.
Charlie Sheen, man.
Charlie
Yeah,
Sheen,
Charlie
dude.
Charlie
Sheen
Sheen.
is a great guy. It turns out.
HIV actor.
Very small niche. Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to talk about Charlie right
That's
now.
what the question.
We don't.
Yeah,
have
get
to.
the
It's a good
question. Get the question going.
Guys, send more questions. We only have one this week. Unhelpful advice with Bobo and Koloko. Hey, Bobby, Khalyla, Gilbert. I'm 19 years old. I first would like to express my thanks and appreciation for the podcast. I have 32 days of sobriety as of today, the longest since I was 15. However, it is still a difficult road, and I find that I still have the same thoughts that made me start using in the first place. Extreme self-doubt, depression, anxiety, day to day. And I'm just a fuck up and no confidence in myself really to pursue anything in fear of judgment from others, which cause extreme social anxiety. Any advice on perhaps reading myself these character flaws, or at least dealing with them better?
I mean,
His name is Alex.
my only answer to him is get into a 12-step program and immerse yourself in the steps. The 12 steps was designed to deal with all those things that he just said. Insecurities, character defects, fears. You know, it's wiping your side of the street clean, so you make amends to all the people that you've harmed due to your disease, and you constantly, even when you make mistakes in the moment, you apologize. And that's all that stuff is. In the steps, that's all the only thing that I know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else. That's the world that I come from. I've been in A since I've been 16, 17. Wow. In and out, but still I have 14 now, and I strongly believe in that program, and that's it. Was that my stomach?
Yeah,
what
I
was
think
that?
so.
That was my stomach, sorry.
Khalyla, other options?
I can't speak for
Yeah.
anybody who is dealing with, I can't speak like Bobby does, because I don't know what it feels like to be addicted to something like that, but I can speak on being 19 and depressed and unsure and anxious and feeling like a total fuck up. I can definitely speak on that, and I think that it's not unusual to feel that way in your teens and even well into your 20s. I think that you should show a little bit of self-compassion and grant yourself, a moment, to have a bad day or to have a bad week or to feel unsure about yourself. I don't think that you should allow those things to threaten your, how do I say, like, they shouldn't accept that it's okay to feel that way. And for me, when I was 19 and unsure, and I swear to you guys, like, I kept thinking I wanted to end my life at that age. And I kept getting locked up because I kept attempting to kill myself because I thought that, it just wasn't going to get better. But I was just so consumed, and I didn't have, my father had just died. There was a lot of things going on that what I really needed at that time was a good, like, support system. And eventually, my mom and my sister really, like, took care of me, and it really, really helped me kind of, like, get out of that, pocket of depression. But I think having a support system and knowing who to reach out to is really, really important, because sometimes you're not strong enough to pull yourself out, and talking about it, emailing a podcast. I mean, that's a step in the right direction, I think.
Khalyla and I cried together yesterday.
About?
Oh gosh.
He had a documentary on CNN about the two. I think they're
the
French.
two brothers.
French brothers. They're doing a documentary during 9/11, so they have the only inside footage of the buildings and stuff. And
right. So
they thought they were separated
they're brothers
during it, and then they each thought that they had died. And at the end, they show them at the train station, not train station, at the fire
station.
Fire station. They see each other, and there's this moment where they just hug,
and they're both crying.
And it made us cry because Khalyla and I have siblings, and we're so close to our siblings that's what, like, if there's siblings, anything happening with siblings on TV or movies, Khalyla and I will cry because I love my brother. I'd give my life for my brother. I really would,
And that's what made him and I really feel connected, was when I saw the way he loved his brother. It made me really trust him, like who he was as a person. Like early on in our relationship, the moment he said, I love my brother so much, I understood it. And I was like, you know what? I could live with somebody like this, because I just get that type of, like, sibling love. And I cried even more. If you guys haven't seen the video, look it up on YouTube, when Bernie Sanders' brother,
oh yeah,
remember that?
The speech,
gives a speech
DNC
at the
DNC.
Yeah, the DNC, and he calls him Bernard, my brother Bernard, and I mean, I was just broken. That whole video just ate me up inside.
I love you, Gebro.
Look, Bobby's crying.
And
shout out to my sister.
when I talk to friend people that go, yeah, I would talk to my brother in 2 years, I literally go, oh, that we can't be friends. That's weird.
What if their brother's a piece of shit, though?
Yeah, but still, growing up, it's like when you're growing up. Okay, I understand if the age gap is a decade, right? Some guy's 20 and some kid's 10. I get it. But if there's a 2-3 year gap there, you're living, and you grew up in the same house. Okay, if your parents were separated and one guy lived in Baltimore and the other guy lived in Cleveland, that's one thing. But if you're living in the same house and you're the similar age, if you're not close, I don't know who the fuck you are.
But there are different family circumstances, I feel, because...
Like, I know dudes, friends of mine that go, like, I don't want to throwing him under the bus, but Nick Youssef, who was one of my openers, he loves his parents, he loves his brother, but they've never said it to each other. That's weird for me, too.
But I don't think that's weird. I think that people express love in more ways than just saying it to one another. I don't think that you have to necessarily say it. You can do love. You can act love. Words are just words. I have a lot of people say they love me and treat me like shit. And I have a lot of people who say, I love you. It's such a loose term, but I don't.
But did your parents say I love you to you?
Absolutely, they did. And it felt good every time.
I know,
Your
me
parents
too.
do?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, if my dad wasn't drunk, and if he was, he would express it in different ways. With the golf clubs to my thighs.
Oh, that's true love right there.
Yeah, and punches to the face. and my father, my mom also hit me a lot too, like hard, like fists.
I have a question for you, Bobby.
Anyway,
Since you're speaking of tough love,
yeah.
what do you think about all the news you're hearing about the Philippine president Duterte?
A lot. You really want me to get into it now?
Oh, are you gonna do a what's Aleppo right now? Do you not know anything about what's
No,
going on
I
in the
know.
Philippines?
I know that he disgraced our president.
Our beautiful president.
Let me say something to all the foreign countries out there. China, I don't give a fuck, bro.
I don't give a
fuck, bro.
hashtag.
When the American president, any president, I'm telling you right now, dude, if I don't know who the Australian president is,
I don't know who that is.
do you know who it is? But do they even have one? I'm sure they do, right?
Minister.
If I'm at a Starbucks, okay, and I'm waiting in line, and I see like 3 or 4 security guards with this man, and I turn around and I go, "Hey, who are you?" He's like, "I'm the president of Australia." I would shake his hand, and I would maybe do a little bow and give him respect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what you do for leaders. I wouldn't do it with Assad from Syria. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's a murderer. Okay,
But
but
Barack?
He's the president of the free world, the leader. And he comes to your fucking island and you diss him in that way. It's fucking
No.
disrespectful.
That's not how it went.
What did he call him?
Putangina.
What did he call him?
The literal translation is the son of a whore.
Yeah, okay,
but-
so stop.
Putangina.
Like, say,
But can I also say one more thing?
No, stop.
You have to allow me to say my point after that.
I will let you.
Okay.
I will let you.
Yeah.
Okay. But from where I come from, just a small little town from Poway, nothing much happens there. When you call somebody a son of a whore, I'm just saying, in my little small town, right? Things happen like fistfights and police are involved. That shit is disrespectful. Okay? And he's not the son of a whore. He's son of a woman who was a single mother who raised the president of the motherfucking United States. And let me tell you, Duterte, or whatever your fucking name is, bro.
Hey, don't say that. Please, we need to be able to go to the Philippines in January.
Duterte, okay?
It's Duterte.
Duterte, okay? There's, in modern society, we have a judicial system, we have a court system, we have laws, and we have, a government, right? Where you come from, there's no trial, you just kill people in their family.
Process.
No due process. That's fucking insane. And that's primitive. And that's fine. You do what you do. That's fine. But don't call my fucking president the son of a whore.
Okay. Can I
Go ahead.
to my side?
Boom. Mic drop.
You are. Well, no. Pick up the mic again. You are basically the perfect example of what is most annoying me right now in America, or at least with Filipino Americans or Americans who swear that they know what goes on overseas and who swear they know about the extrajudicial killings, who swear they know about the state of a third world country they've never stepped foot in. They read a few headlines and all of a sudden they want to sensationalize the fact that this guy is a rotten piece of shit because number one, he, stepped up to the American president. Look, I get it. I don't agree with the fact that I think that he should soften his speech. I think that he has a bad habit of letting his emotions get to him. I think that he should take a class in at least some type of a verbal diplomacy, because at the end of the day, he's president and he's a diplomat. He should know how to talk to other world leaders. However, everybody who's fucking picketing and go up in arms and crying about the fact that all these horrible things are happening in the Philippines have not ever been aware of the fact that the Philippines has gone through 30 years, if not longer, of graft and corruption under oligarch families for however long, with more killings, with just countless amounts of fucking incidents of corruption. It's so crazy to me how Americans have so much to say about a country they've never stepped foot in. You don't know what it's like to grow up there. You don't know the drug war that's going on there. Shut your fucking mouth. Unless you live there, unless you're a voting citizen, unless you know what it actually feels like to be in the mix of a drug war in a country that has been unsuccessfully been a part of like the richer part of Asia. You know, we've been given independence since the 70s by the Americans, and what have we done with it? Fucking nothing. We're the poorest fucking country ever. Right? So here's finally a guy who doesn't come from an oligarch family who's finally saying, you know what? I'm not beholden to anybody but the Filipino people, and I'm going to clean shit up because this is the only way I know how to do it, because every other policy existing before me hasn't fucking worked. And I'm going to try something new. He could fail. I'm not saying it's going to be successful. He could fail. But what I'm saying is this is a guy who's actually trying to impart some type of real change in a nation that has desperately needed it for 30 fucking years. And here we are sitting in our first world country, all of a sudden being so upset that a guy that we don't know his policy. You don't know anything about him. You just read fucking headlines on BuzzFeed and you think, I'm going to pick it because this is against...
Don't call Barack's mom a whore.
Yes.
Mic drop, Khalyla. I give you a mic
That's
drop.
all. Just don't call her a whore.
You're right. You're right. The guy needs work in his diplomacy.
That's not even just... That's just
And he could fail. Like he could... This whole... His policy could fail. He could go down as possibly the worst president.
Or the best.
Or the best. But you know what? I'm willing to take that chance with this guy because I actually think he's the first person I believe who cares about the country.
First of all, very good, baby. That was amazing. And that I know that's how you feel.
That's how I feel.
And
really how she talks about it,
it's
yeah.
really moving. But it really is. But now you put yourself in a fucking corner.
Why?
Because if he goes on a fucking slaughter in 3 months from now, he killed 3 schools of babies.
Wait, what?
Like this guy, Duterte.
Wait,
Then
this is I'll tell you this, okay? Remember a while ago, a few podcast episodes ago, I talked about a cousin of mine who is very heavily in the drug mix in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And I was expressing frustration, and he was working for a guy named Jaguar. His name is Jaguar.
Hey, get a new name.
But he's one of the bigger drug lords, right? And when Duterte came into power, or before he came into, he became the president, he said, hey, I promise that I'm going to clean this drug mess in 6 months.
Yeah.
With the first week that he became president, guess who died? Jaguar. Jaguar fucking died. He's dead.
R.I.P.
And now my cousin has, it's like...
And also Jaguar never got, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Never got to hit a bottom, realize that he's going through a wrong path, and to change his ways, which happens all the time. When I'm in 12-step groups, I know dudes that were leaders of gangs.
Yeah.
That were terrible people that were addicted to crack. Then they had a spiritual awakening. They went to a treatment center, and now they run a boys' home or whatever, right?
I
and
know
now
where you're
poor
going.
Jaguar, right?
Jaguar.
Jaguar is just dead.
Look, here's what it is. Everybody thinks... Listen, sit down, Bobby. We're going to talk about
Sorry. You trying to do a headphone drop?
Yeah.
A headphone drop?
Here's what it is. There's this misconception that Duterte is basically telling vigilantes to go out there and kill who they think are suspected drug runners, right? That's
I can't say Duterte again. We got to change his name. Well, let's call him Mr. Magoo.
Okay,
Mr.
well,
Magoo.
Okay, we call him Mr. Magoo because that's all I know. So just say Mr. Magoo from now on.
Right. It's a misconception. It's basically the media sensationalizing everything that he does. It's
Who's he?
Mr. Magoo.
Thank you.
Mr. Magoo has, I think, Estelle. I think that he's finally getting the police to do their jobs that they were afraid to do previously because there was so much.
Kill Jaguar without a trial.
Look, that's not what happened.
What happened to
Do
Jaguar?
you realize how many people have died at the hands of Jaguar? Innocent family members. People. It's like
Okay.
Here's a guy who's a
stop.
crackhead, and all these innocent people that have lost their lives in the name of this guy existing. Kill the motherfucker.
So what you're saying to me right now?
Life and his rehabilitation.
Let me stop. What you're saying to me right now is Jaguar, okay, who's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big drug runner.
Big runner. would just walk into a random family's house and shoot a baby in the face with a
No.
gun? Okay, what you're saying to me then is that somebody owed Jaguar money for some sort of drug,
No.
and then he assassinated them.
Look, he is a drug runner. If my cousin didn't do his job well, my cousin would be dead, right?
Do your job well then.
But beyond that, a lot of people have lost other family members to drugs
I
because
understand, but you have to understand the reasons behind why people make decisions about doing drugs. You can take two twins, one of them is an alcoholic, the other one is not, and one of them becomes like a lawyer, never did drugs, drink, and the other one is a fucking bum. I mean, it's like it's a disease, right? So even if you get rid of drugs and crack and all that stuff, you're always gonna have alcohol. You take alcohol away, like they did in the Prohibition, they're gonna create their own. My point is that inevitably, I believe that every drug, including alcohol, is the same fucking thing.
look,
Okay.
Bobby, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Headphone drop.
Mr. Magoo gave people a chance.
You got Bobby back in. You got Bobby back in with Mr. Magoo.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah, Mr.
Magoo
Magoo,
gave people a chance. He said, look, if you are in the drug game, I am giving you a window to come forward, get clean. Let's work on this together. He didn't just start killing people.
I have a question.
Police didn't just start arresting and shooting people. You know, if anything, they actually started killing themselves. Corrupt policemen started.
I'm done.
They didn't want to be outed, so they killed
I was
him.
done.
He wants to
2
play
minutes
video
ago.
games.
No, that's not what I want to say. I have a question. Am I ever gonna make it in this business?
Okay.
I just feel like. You think so? Anyway, thanks for listening to TigerBelly. I'm going to be in Brea Improv this week, doing 5 shows. Please come because it's really light.
You don't know that.
I do. I made a call today. It's really light, so please call. I mean, please come.
Reverse psychology.
And then I'm doing Oddball tour in Texas the next weekend.
Boom.
I don't know how that's going to be, but it'll probably
And
be a
then the
nightmare.
weekend after that, he's going to be at Levity Live in
Oxnard,
Oxnard, California. It's a brand new club.
Brand new club.
And next month you're gonna be at Punchline in San Francisco
Uh-huh.
and San Diego soon. And
Yeah.
but for more dates, go to BobbyLeeLive.com.
Yeah. I thought that we learned a lot today.
I don't think we did.
I think we
we've regressed. I think we've regressed.
Maybe a
Well,
little bit
are
of
you
both.
angry because
I needed you to be on board with me about Mr. Magoo, and you weren't. Because
Yeah.
I needed you to be.
to each his own?
We're going there in
I have no idea what that
January.
means.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Are we still all
Touche.
going to the Philippines?
Touche. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to set up a meeting with me and Mr. Magoo. We'll see. What we can get
And you're
about
gonna call
it.
his
think you'd
mother
like
a
him.
homo.
Yeah.
He's a son of a whore.
Son of a whore.
He really needs work
Okay.
with his diplomacy
Okay.
skills. My God.
Really quick though, Khalyla.
Oh, actually, what's in these boxes?
Oh, we gotta open those.
Yeah, we
You wanna
got
open
gifts right now. If you want to open one right
I
now.
would just like to say, growing up, my father said "putang ina" to me many times,
Yeah.
which is ironic because my mother is his wife.
Right. It's just a way of talking.
We got one right here. We got
It's-
one from Trey
Trey.
Taylor, P.O. Box 33, Laredo.
Don't give no. Don't give his address.
We're on a
dum-dum.
podcast right now, still.
What are you doing?
Well, P.O. Box 33 is is not his address. It's a
PO box.
yeah.
Okay, but
it's a
just
box.
for confidentiality. Come
What,
on,
do you
open
think
it
he's gonna
up.
get murdered?
I don't know.
Well, don't say that now. Jesus.
Don't murder him.
Don't murder Trey. We like him.
Yeah, he's a Periscope listener.
Ooh, what do we got here?
Oh, for Khalyla.
Is
For
that a new hat
Khalyla,
for me?
yeah.
How do we know?
Oh, he's from West Virginia. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Virginia.
nice
He
one.
told us that.
And
yeah.
then look at these license plate.
Wow.
West Virginia, little piece of my small shitty state to my homie George.
Oh, it's for George. It's not even for you.
That's really nice.
Wait, is this hat for real for me though?
Yeah,
It is,
that
'cause
is.
the hats are for you.
We,
and then those
West Virginia. This is dope. We're gonna put when we have a real thing. We're gonna put
put it
that
on the
up.
wall or something.
That's really
Oh.
good. Thank you, Trey.
Want to do the big one or what?
That's already open. All these are opened already.
By the way, while on this podcast, we're doing a live.
Yeah, those are all open.
Gift
I'm not opening it.
Unboxing.
I'm not opening
We're
it.
unboxing live on a fucking podcast.
You can check the vlogs to see the unboxing that just happened, since this is a audio
I like this
podcast.
gray
We're
a
watching
lot.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the dog run.
Yeah, my father called me the son of a whore.
Yeah, I think putang ina is probably one of the most common
I heard it so many times. in my
phrases
life.
you hear growing up. You don't. It's like saying son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's really no different. And if it's part of your,
Can you say it
your-
like how your mom would say it in the Philippines?
my mom is not Tagalog.
Oh.
So she doesn't say like putang ina ever, but like all my Tagalog friends do. And it's just, it would be like, it would be like calling Bobby, that son of a bitch, you know? I don't think his mom's like a
The
legitimate
son of a
bitch.
Same thing. Yeah.
But it's just the way I speak. And
Putina.
but I think that, Obama was smart in canceling that meeting.
Do it, man.
I think that he should regulate in that way. I mean, look, he was just obviously, called something that was translated not to be, nice. But at the same time, he said, I think this is how the guy speaks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Obama took it like a G because he's a fucking G.
Because he is a G.
Yeah, look, guys, like, I'm not on the fucking Duterte wagon. Then the only reason
She's just trying to educate you. I'll say it. She's trying to educate you.
I'm
People like
not.
me,
I'm
dumb
not.
Filipino Americans.
No, I'm not
No,
trying
but I
to
feel like
educate.
but I've learned now. I've learned something.
The only reason I really I'm not even allowed to have a say in this is because I'm living in America, you guys. I didn't vote in the Philippine election. I'm living here. I'm living a very, very comfortable life here. Like, who am I to really say anything in regards to what's going on back home?
Yeah, you're giving us perspective, though.
Yeah, I think that everybody just wants to cry foul whenever they seem to feel this type of like solidarity every time they want to picket together. Someone did this in a faraway country. Let's fucking stand here and say he's the worst person that ever lived. It's like, shut up. Go find a new fucking hobby. Stop reading Huffington Post or BuzzFeed. Like, listen to NPR. Really get into, like, read some better shit. My God.
I watch TMZ. That's real, too.
Yeah, TMZ. Very reliable source, you guys.
TigerBelly fam, let's have a business meeting right now. Mm-hmm. We need y'all help, y'all.
Oh, yes, we do.
Let's get TigerBelly on the top 100. Fuck that. Let's get TigerBelly in the top 25 of iTunes. We're not on the charts right now. We were.
We don't like to beg, and we don't like
We're
to
not
ask because
beggars.
Bobby, gets weird. He's like, I don't care where we stand on the charts. But George, myself, and Gilbert
We
kind of
care.
do. Yeah.
Guys, let's be honest. I'll say it.
So if you haven't already left a review on iTunes, please do. If you haven't already, what else do we need? That's basically it.
Just rate it with 5 stars.
We
Leave
don't
a
know.
comment.
Just rate it.
Just rate it.
Rate it from how you truly
rate
feel
it from your
about
heart, but don't give us less than 3. Rate it. So rate it from your heart, but don't give us less than 3. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Good part of your heart.
Yeah. If you want to write a negative comment, just write it down on a piece of paper and don't post it online.
And then burn it.
And burn it. But if it's positive, put that shit on the internet.
If you have positive thoughts about us, please share. If you have negative thoughts,
yeah.
And
if you're only just a YouTube watcher of the podcast, or you only listen on Stitcher or any other podcast audio things, still go to iTunes and help us over there at iTunes, because iTunes is the one where we want to be on the top.
We're trying to get to 500,000 downloads by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we're almost there, and we're pretty
close. Pretty crazy, guys. 1 year almost.
And it's been a year. And we'll probably have some
special
thing going on for our year episode, which is in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and let's try to get that number to 500. All right, on
that's
iTunes.
what you meant by 500. George kept
the
saying
whole
500.
time, I kept saying, why does he want to high five me? I'm in the fucking right here. He's like, 500. We want 500 reviews. Let's get 500 reviews, TigerBelly. Hashtag TigerBelly fam. You can follow us at TigerBelly on Instagram. You can follow us at The TigerBelly on Twitter. And you can email us questions like Alex did today at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. Khalyla, anything?
You can find me on all forms of social media at CalamityK. And that's it for this week. We will see you guys next week. Ciao. Thanks for tuning in.
Adios.
Suka como, pakai